Hey guys, it's me again. It's Ryan with Digital Plumber. Hope you're doing well. Wanted to come at you with another video today. So this one is a one we get asked a lot. We talk about a lot. It's actually one of our key ways that we drive traffic and create leads for our clients. We figured we'd just tell you how we do it, right? So a lot of you guys are out there. You own a shop. You got 3 guys, 10 guys, 20 guys, 50 trucks running around. Doesn't matter. And you're trying to keep the phone ringing because let's be honest, when you're a plumber, when you're an HVAC guy, when you're an electrical contractor, you need that phone ringing. You probably know this. For most of you, keeping your truck idle, no phone ringing is costing you about $2,500 per truck per week, right? So you need the phone ringing, you need new calls coming in, you need new jobs going out, you need these good clients. So here is literally our secret of how we create traffic for you. We do several things, but this is one of the longest term strategies that we get to get the phone ringing nonstop. Rainy days, weekends, good weather, good political environment or not, it doesn't matter. We're going to make sure that we create the system where your phone is always ringing, you're always creating new leads, and you're always having those guys working. You're not sitting $2,500 a week down the drain, as it were. So here we go. This is a 2-pronged attack, and it works every single time. We've never seen this process not work. Step number 1, SEO. Now, SEO. Some of you have maybe heard about that, you've read about it. Usually when I ask people what they think SEO means, usually what they say is something, SEO, by the way, if you don't know, stands for Search Engine Optimization. And for a lot of people, when we say, hey, so great, have you heard of SEO? They'll say, oh yeah, I've heard about it. Great, well, tell us what you think that means. And usually they'll say, well, it means making sure you have the right keywords on a website. And there's some truth in there. It's gotten more complicated and sophisticated as technology has progressed. So to put this in context, in 1997, SEO is essentially the idea of, so this is before Google, before Bing, right? It was Yahoo, it was Ask Jeeves, these search engines that don't exist much anymore. And your site would be measured based on how many times, if you sold plumber, if you were a plumber, right? So if you're selling anything from water heaters to fixtures, it doesn't matter. Your site would be valued on how many times you use certain words. So you'd say, yeah, we're a plumber. We do plumbing. We plumb for people. We do plumbing. We solve plumbing problems. If you're on a site, maybe you'd use that word 90 times, right? And before 1997, that was a legitimate, fair way of doing it. It's making sure you use the right words the right number of times. Since Google launched, Google started off as a Stanford experiment with some PhD students, and it changed the way that we think about SEO. So previously, it was how many times are certain words used on your site. And obviously, the more times you would use the words plumbing on your site, the more valid you would be as a plumber. What Google's taken the approach of is rather than how many times you talk about what you do, which is important, there is a science to it, it's perhaps more important what other people talk about what you do. So what that means is, if you're a plumber and you say, man, we're the best plumber in our city, we love taking care of people, but nobody else in town talks about your plumbing company, Google says you're not doing a good job. Because if you really were the best plumber, they'd be talking about you too. So SEO includes all the science, right? It does include some keyword analysis and some metadata, right? Some things that you have to make sure you have the right combination and the right frequency of words. There's no way around that. But more important than those things are things like backlinks with non-competing companies, right? Hey, if you need a plumber in town, this is a great plumber to use. And they link to your site. Google sees that as a sign of credibility that you do a good job. Otherwise, they wouldn't link to you. Other things are like social media traffic, right? Are you being engaged with social? Are your people engaged with you on a social platform? So Twitter, Facebook, Yelp. Are you connecting with people? Are you getting traction there? Other easy ways for that traction for SEO is user reviews. We talk about this a lot. Our clients come into us. They don't quite understand the value of user reviews as it relates to their site performance. After we set them up with our process, we have a system that helps make the reviews easier. At the same time, it's actually collecting these leads from people. over time, we see these reviews start snowballing. And so they start off with 10 5-star reviews, and then it becomes 25, then it becomes 50, then it becomes 100. And those also correlate with the increase of their site's performance. So we see that the better reviews they get and the more reviews they start getting in, those sites start performing better and better and better, which means they create more and more leads. So more and more reviews literally creates more and more leads. And it's the same thing. Google says, I want to make sure that you're doing a good job and taking care of people. So SEO is a great path to go. There's a science to it. There are literally 7 broad categories that Google looks for and measures when it's talking about SEO. And there's some technical stuff, right? Hey, site load time. What's your time to first byte, right? What's your domain URL? Those are legitimate technical questions that Google is helping to validate. Are you good or bad for your customer experience? A lot of the math goes on the intangibles of how people think and operate about your company in the real world, right? So what they talk about you, how often you're referenced, what do they do once they go to your site? Do they go to your site and then leave and then go to your competitor's site? All those things drastically impact your SEO rankings. So we work on SEO. It's very powerful, it's very effective, and that's how we get these companies on the first page of Google in whatever city they're in. So if they type for your city air conditioner or your city HVAC, we get them on that first page where your customer is most likely going to find them. Because guess what? There is no page 3 for Google, right? I mean, they exist, they're there, but your customer's not making their decision there. Their customer's looking at page 1, maybe they're looking at page 2. They're definitely not looking at page 3, 4, 5, 10. And some of you guys probably have companies that right now you don't even know what page of Google you're on if you were to search like your customer would search for you. So we help get that there. The downside with SEO, while it's really effective to getting more leads, more eyeballs, sustainable phone calls, is that literally, according to Google, it takes between 4 and 12 months to start seeing those long-term SEO gains. So the way I talk about it a lot is like farming, right? So before you go out and plant some seed, you got to go till up the soil. I'm not a farmer, so if any of this doesn't make sense, that's why. You got to toil up the soil, right? Get out all the weeds, get all the roots, just kind of make it right. You got to put the nutrient down. You have to make sure the phosphate levels are right. You have to make sure that the soil is actually able to take your seed. Then you got to plant the seed, right? Then you got to water and water and water. And then you got to come back and weed and take out all the other stuff again and water. Maybe some more nutrient and water some more. And for several months, you're just watering without seeing anything happen. And then one day you start seeing something change. You start seeing a little sprout or a little leaf or something break through the soil. Eventually that becomes a full-grown plant, right? Maybe it's corn, maybe it's tomato, it doesn't matter. But you start seeing the fruit of literally what you've been working so long for to create. And then that fruit creates more fruit, right? That one tomato plant now makes 100 tomatoes, and you have a basket of tomatoes. And each of those tomatoes can create another dozen plants each. And that's the exact same way that SEO works. One little seed that we cultivate and curate for months. This takes a lot of time. It's not really difficult. It's not rocket science, right? We don't do brain surgery, but it does take a lot of discipline. When we say, hey, we're curating this, month 4, month 5, month 6, we start to see those results. By month 12, you have a plant that's literally creating more plants. So 4 to 12 months, SEO will absolutely change the way you attract, capture, and create your leads and get your phone to ring. However, a lot of guys, and you know the pain, 4 to 12 months, you go, I can't wait that long. I need the phone to ring yesterday. So what we do is we actually, while the SEO is working, right, it's growing, we're working on the soil, at the same time, we front end a lot of work on an AdWords campaign. So this, in some ways, functions similar to an organic search result, except where an organic search result comes up in the main body of a Google search listing. These are going to be the top 3 or the top 5. You've seen these. Like these are the sponsored ads at the top of the page, at the bottom of the page, and sometimes you'll see them on the sidebar of a page as well. These ads we can get up for you literally once the work is done. It takes about 15 minutes to an hour for Google to approve the ad. We can start getting your phone to ring really quick. In some cases, we can see phone results in 24 hours. How those work, someone does a search result, they search for your city plumbing, your ad gets pulled up to one of those top 3, the top 5, the bottom 3, whatever. They come up on the search engine results. They're not organic. And when someone clicks on your ad to go to your site, then you pay for that transaction. And that how much you pay is based exactly on an auction. And there's a lot of factors that go into what's the actual price that you pay. So initially, if we want to see really quick results, we say, okay, let's get an AdWords campaign. Let's get this thing going. We're going to start working on SEO on the side. But while that's cooking, right, while we got the 4, 6, 12 months for that to start generating real great results, let's use AdWords. And while SEO is cooking, let's let AdWords start curating these leads. So we always start there with getting the traffic going, getting the phone calls to ring, and we can do that while the site is growing. Here's the extra benefit of working on the SEO at the same time you're doing the AdWords. The price that you actually pay on an AdWords campaign, in part, is based on your user experience. So what that means is if your ad's right, if your content's right, and your landing page and all that's right, someone clicks on the ad, they go to your site, they call you, they fill out a form, they watch a video. Google sees that behavior and all of a sudden starts decreasing the price per click that you pay in the AdWords. So that means the same science that goes into making a great SEO user functioning website, right? That's growing, that's healthy, it's robust, it's helping drive calls, helping create leads. The same work that you're doing on the SEO side, it's literally benefiting your AdWords campaign. So initially you might start off at 25, 30, even $50 a click for an AdWords campaign. Over time, you'll see that go to 20, to 15, to 10. In many cases, with the site that's fully optimized with SEO, we'll see those clicks under $5 a click. And they're not pushed down the page. They're the top 1, 2, or 3 spots. We make sure that you're paying less per click on AdWords while you have a great, robust SEO engine. And really, guys, that's it. That's a huge part of our method on getting all of our sites to rank. We do all the work on SEO. We make sure that those aren't quick results, but they are powerful results. 4 to 12 months, great. So we're going to wait those 4 to 12 months, and we're going to do all the work in the meantime to make sure that it keeps creating those new leads. On the front end, we spend a lot of time and effort on AdWords. We get your phone to ring, we get people to click through to your site, and we're throwing a lot of effort there. And then what you start seeing is you throw a lot of money at the AdWords campaign at first, and then SEO is kind of in the background. Initially, you start noticing the volume of calls do this, where you're throwing a little bit of money at AdWords, but not nearly as aggressive. Some of our clients, they cut their ad budgets in half or in a quarter, or some of them into like 1/10 of what they were. Some of them go from a $2,000 a month budget with their ads all the way down to $200 a month, just based on the results of the SEO working for them. So in almost every case, we haven't seen this a case where it doesn't work. Our clients save money in the long run, like their monthly ad expenditures go down, and we've seen the number of calls go up. We talked to someone yesterday who said that their call volume has gone up 20%. Even on weekends, even when everyone else's phones are slow, their calls are still coming in faster than they ever were before. And before, like, they were still doing AdWords, right? They're doing AdWords, that phone book, they're doing traditional stuff. They're throwing a lot of money, but it wasn't as effective as if we two-prong those together. Create a great SEO experience, partner it with a great AdWords experience, and have them both support each other as they move up the rank. And that, guys, is the secret. That's how we do it. So if we can help you, we'd love to talk to you about how we do more of what we do. We'd love to even talk to you about your company and see if there's something that we could do to partner with. Or even if you're just kind of stuck and you're trying to figure out, hey, should I do option A or option B? We can help think through that with you. And even if you want us to look at your website, we can do a free analysis. Hey, just go to our website, digitalmarketingforplumbers.com. You can reach out to us there. And we'd love to see how we can help your plumbing, your HVAC, your electrical company grow, start creating more leads, get better results, and make more money, because ultimately that's what it's all about. Hey, if you like this, please comment, subscribe to this, subscribe to our Facebook page or YouTube page, doesn't matter. Just, we're always trying to give out free information to help companies just like yours. And if this video is remotely helpful, share it, comment on it, let us know. that it's helpful. And reach out to us online. Again, digitalmarketingforplumbers.com. And we'll talk to you then, guys. Hope you're doing good, and we'll talk to you next time.